Okay, welcome to the Astronomy Club meeting. Yay. It's already been a long week, and it's already Monday. Only Monday. And it's only, leave me alone. Okay, so just a reminder, at the end of the meeting, Chad Travis will be speaking to us, and why? Oh, okay.
She was really excited.
I'm glad that Justine is excited. And I'm just going to go ahead and begin the presentation, and Allie and Mike and whoever else walks in late can just walk in late. So, upcoming star parties. Believe it or not, there are more. Right?
Yep.
So,
Madness.
we've known about this coming Saturday for a while. And we have a pretty good distribution between people who can go to Sabino Canyon and people who can go to Camp Wildcat. I need to add a line. So I'm going to pass around the sign-up sheet again. Please, please, please let me know if your availabilities have changed. And I'm going to add a line in here for whether or not you can bring your own telescope. We have 2 from Steward. I have mine. CT has his. And anybody else, please let me know if you can bring one. It would be great to have at least 2 telescopes at each location. I need to dust mine off and make sure it still works. So it'd be great if you could let us know.
Mike has one.
Mike has one. Okay. And if you're watching this presentation online, please email me. All right. So I'm going to pass this around again with a writing utensil. Let me know if anything about what you can do on Saturday night has changed. I also heard back from the people at Camp Wildcat. So we're going to start setting up at 7 p.m. They're going to start sending people over at 7:30. There are approximately 100 kids in the camp, they think. They'll send them over in groups of 10 for about 10 minutes at a time. So it'll be... I can email her back and say they can stay longer, but 10 groups of 10 is
A lot.
is almost an hour and a half, or it is more than an hour and a half. So, but of course, if they want to stay longer, that's not a problem, I assume. So I'm assuming the commitment will be about 7 p.m. to probably about 9:30. And of course, Sabino Canyon is Sabino Canyon. More upcoming star parties. I've spoken to Katie Garmany about the star party out on the reservation, and I've spoken with Lena, who is my contact for the Manzanita star party. So we have definite dates and times for both of those. Manzanita will be, for us, from 5:30 to maybe 8:30. The Manzanita Star Party is for a science night at their school, and the evening starts at 6. People will probably start coming out around 6:15, but I'd like to leave here absolutely no later than 5:30. The school is way up Campbell at sunrise, and I want to leave plenty of time to get there and start setting up during rush hour. So we might even leave earlier than that. And we're going to be sort of a... For those of you who've done elementary school star parties before, they're usually, if they're part of a science night, they're like different stations that people can go around to for the course of the night. So we'll be a station for the whole night and just show people. Obviously, we'll change objects at some point, but we'll just show people some cool stuff, and we'll bring the star models as well, and any other size models you guys are particularly attached to demonstrate size and distance and color and so on. And the Cells Star Party is confirmed for Friday, March 3rd. They want to start... Well, we need to be ready by the time it's dark enough to see anything. Sunset that night is like 6:30.
March 3rd or 30th?
30th.
Okay.
Read the thing that I wrote, don't listen to the things that I say. So Katie Garmany offered to drive an NOAO van, which is great because Sells is slightly further than Kitt Peak, and it would be awesome if we didn't have to drive ourselves out there. Also, it would be great because she knows exactly where she's going and we don't. And she can probably buy us dinner, not like a swanky fancy dinner, but there's a Bosch's in Sells, and she can buy us food, probably. So it would probably be best to go out in the NOAO van. I would prefer that, unless anybody's really attached to driving themselves. Those of us who have cars, it would be great. And last week I mentioned a star party at Keeling Elementary on the 29th, which is this Wednesday. They actually got back to Flandreau/Kevin and asked to move it to the 6th or the 7th. I'm not going to commit to that star party unless I know for a fact we have enough people to cover it. And so March, I would prefer the 6th. Kevin would prefer the 6th, partly because we don't want to do a star party 2 nights in a row, and partly because... Yeah, but I'm assuming not everyone in the club. Okay. So the other thing about the 6th is that Kevin and I are both available, and if people drop out at the last minute, we can both cover that. So a brief word about star parties and outreach. It's a fantastic thing to do. It's a lot of fun. It's something you learn a lot while you're doing it. Because you hear what other people are telling the attendees, or you remember stuff you could swear you'd forgotten. And it's really a good exercise to explain something to the layman, so that then you have to explain it in a way that makes sense to everybody. I'm also concerned that we have a core group of people who do everything and other people who do some things and not other things. I really don't want to, what I don't want to have happen is the star party on the 6th and the 8th be the exact same group of people, because that's a huge commitment for a single week. So I would love it if people who don't ordinarily do this could step up and do some EPO, education and public outreach. That would be great. It's a great experience, it's a lot of fun, and I'd like to get some more people involved in this. So I'm going to pass around a sign-up sheet for this. Of course, the core group is the group that's here today, but I'm going to pass around a sign-up sheet anyway, and if you're not here at the meeting, send me an email, let me know if you're interested in this star party.
I had a question about the Cells party. How late would that go? Do you know about?
The Cells party will probably end around 8:30 or 9, and then we'll drive back, which is, well, when you drive up to Kitt Peak, it's an hour and 12 minutes. And when you drive out to Cells, it's slightly further. Cells is 14 miles from the summit. This is going to be an evening commitment. I would expect by the time we get the telescopes unpacked and back in the storage closet, it'll be 11 by the time you're free, probably. So for those of you who just walked in, star parties.
What?
There's so...
That's not even all.
That's all. And they're a lot of fun, and you guys should all do some star parties, because we have a lot of them. It's what we do. Explain to me how last semester we had like 3, and this semester everybody's like, March, can you come in March? So, but that's fine.
March is the best month ever.
It
in
is.
Southern Arizona.
Yeah.
It's my favorite month.
My favorite month is July, but that's just me.
That's weird.
What? The rain comes in July. I'm a native Tucsonan. Don't
But there's
judge
lots
me.
of rain in July, and then you can't leave your house in July.
Okay, so the star party at Keeling is sort of a last minute thing. It was supposed to be on the 29th, but they've asked to move it. So if anybody can, we would like to do it on the 6th, and if anybody can cover it, that would be awesome, because we have another one on the 8th, and I don't want this exact same group of people to do both, because those people are going to be exhausted. So, let me know if you guys can. The 6th is a Tuesday, the 8th is a Thursday. Which means my grand plan to switch with somebody for Thursday operating is.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I have to operate. Oh, wait, it's 6? No. There goes my excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
So I don't have a time for keeling yet. I assume that the time for keeling will be the same time that star parties generally are, which is, you know, sunset for an hour and a half. Yeah.
Are you working on Tuesday this week? It's probably going to be cloudy.
Wait, can I switch
I think
with
not.
you guys?
All right, I'm passing around a sign-up sheet. I think my pen is dying, so pass it around with that. Even more upcoming events, but that aren't star parties. Oh, are there any other comments or questions about the star parties?
That one. I got it.
Are we talking to ourselves? Okay.
No?
Sorry, that should just say volleyball as opposed to frisbee/volleyball. Volleyball will happen this Friday. I didn't ask for a time last week. Can everybody do 4:30? Does that work? Or people kind of bailed at 4:30 last time we did frisbee, so how does 5:30 sound? Normal people eating at normal times.
Right after lunch.
Yeah. Dude, you eat your lunch at like 3:30 and then 5:30 is way too early for dinner.
Yeah, it's true.
Remember, and then we can go to dinner afterwards and you pick another thing and do some artwork to imitate.
We need to do that. All right, how does 5 o'clock sound? Quick show of hands. Sweet. 5 o'clock it is. And Classic Sci-Fi Movie Night is on the 23rd, which is the Friday after spring break. March 2nd is this Friday, for those of you who, like me, are terrified by the fact that March starts this week. And this movie night will be classic sci-fi. Wrath of Khan, be there, especially those of you who lack your sci-fi education. Classy, very classy. No, she doesn't. We've been working on that. Movie night will be at 5:30, and location is to be determined. I wasn't planning on reserving N210 again. That was sort of a one-time thing, but probably 450 or 505 or this room.
On Ted, like that too.
I will.
We gotta do it right. Let's do it right.
Well, I'll look into N210. I'm not sure if they're likely to give us N210 for a movie night with like 10 people, but I'll look into it. Also, just a reminder, last week I mentioned high occupancy vehicle training. I'm not going to mention it again, but just FYI, there's information about it. If you're interested, look at last week's recording or talk to me or Kevin. And again, a reminder, March 3rd, the day that everything happens, Women's Science Forum is holding a workshop. It's for, the purpose of the workshop is to get middle school and high school girls interested in science and especially physics and astronomy. They do some really cool events like build spectrographs, which I want to know how to build a spectrograph. So unfortunately, they're looking for female help because the purpose is. So email Vanessa Bailey if you're interested in the Women's Science Forum day. That's from 8:30 to approximately noon, and I don't remember where exactly it is downtown, but they're probably all meeting here and driving over.
That's really early.
I know. Last week, I was rather insistent about keys, and I'm going to keep being insistent. If you have a key to the Astronomy Club offices, you must hold office hours or return your key. So, is there anybody here who has a key who doesn't have office hours?
That was more of a statement than a question.
What?
Well, it was a question to everyone else and a statement to Amy.
Yeah, I can have
Terrible person.
I can have office hours.
Okay. Talk to Mandy, and she'll put them on the schedule.
Alright.
And I
Can I have them at like 4 in the morning?
Sure.
thanks.
I might actually. That might work out.
This is the Manzanita Elementary School sign-up sheet, which I didn't pass around because I didn't have enough writing utensils. All right, I don't think there's anybody else in the room who has keys, but not office hours. T-shirts. I said we'd vote last week. We kind of didn't. I apologize for that. Right?
Crap.
We'll do it, I promise. So we actually only have one logo submission in each category, but what we're going to do is mock up different layouts, which we need to do anyway, and we'll vote on the layouts on the t-shirts. And voting will be online, so somebody, me or Lindsay, or maybe Mandy, will send out an email. I would like to start buying these soon, so...
Do you have pictures of the logo?
I do.
Hi, Allison.
Hi, Lindsay. I do. We'll post them with the voting. I'm not going to make you vote blind on the... Well, it's sort of a, you know... Yeah, I'll do like an old-fashioned coat of arms summary. Like, rampant lion on azure field with... Yeah. Okay, I had to do that in 6th grade, and I remember the description for the one I made.
Oh, I get to do one of those too.
Right? All right. So t-shirts are coming along, and I promise there will be pictures this week that you guys can vote on. Member pages. People should make member pages, because that would be awesome. It'd also be a good way to just have a short summary of yourself available in case, like, programs you apply to want to see what you're up to. So you guys should all...
Start working on it now.
Yeah. You guys should all think about having a member page. And you don't have to put up a picture if you don't want to. I don't have a picture up. But think about it. Email Mandy if you're interested. Projects, not much new here. The Exoplanet project has an observing run on March 7th on Kitt Peak using the 90 prime. Binocular telescope project, I really hope is coming along because
there was no meeting today.
I haven't heard from Blythe recently.
I heard from Blythe recently saying there was no meeting today.
Doesn't count as having heard from him. Outreach materials meetings. Radio project had a successful observing run this weekend. Whatever. Radio project had a successful observing run this weekend. And you didn't sneak past me today, Dawn. Every week I say, I'll go get Dawn, and then you're sitting in the back and you snicker. And Radio Project, don't forget, has observing over spring break. Astronomy Days and Nights is coming along, I think. And membership, I think we've got about 2/3 of folks who need to pay dues have paid dues, so if you haven't paid your dues yet for this semester, please pay your dues, or CT will follow you around saying pay dues in that creepy voice that he just said it in.
It'll be really important.
I have authorized him to do whatever he needs to do to get the dues, so...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Research presentations, there isn't one this week. We have Chad Travis who will be speaking to us, and next week will be either Jake or Camber, depending on who wins the lightsaber duel.
Do we have a public?
Can I be your second?
I'll be somebody's second.
I think.
Amy has a lightsaber.
Oh, okay.
And Astronomy Question of the Week starts as soon as Chad finishes his presentation. So that's everything. Does anybody else have anything to add?
I probably missed this part. There's the Camp Wildcat thing still going on in Colorado?
Yes, the Camp Wildcat thing will be, they're going to start at 7:30, so we're going to start setting up at about 7
Yes.
p.m.
Okay.
I don't see 7 a.m. unless I've been awake all night. I do that on principle, you see. Yeah. All right.
I have a quick question. What was the date for the cells?
The date for the Cells Star Party is March 30th, which is a Friday.